I wanted to talk about the kind of future development. So, like I mentioned, we have been working on just getting this kind of going for a long time, but that's not where we want to stop. We want to take this even further. So, some other things that are out there, like Nicole mentioned, I have some experience in this myself, quite a bit. Is this idea of operational deflection shape. So, what this is if you look at the far image on the right, all those numbers are where vibration readings can be taken across the machine with one reference point. So very similar to how we described the single channel phase, you have one reference of vibration, and then you move your sensor all across this machine. What you can do from this is get, again, your vibration and your phase. So you can make an animation showing how complex structures move and how they're related to each other. So don't think just the piping, right? Those substructures. These are things that are all phase related that are used in industry that we want to kind of move ourselves closer towards with this technology. Another application that some of you may be familiar with, I would call it the sexiest version of phase application. That's going to be around this motion amplification. The idea here is, right, being able to use a super high speed camera to actually visualize how the data actually moves, like how we're actually seeing movement. So in this case, right, it would not be very hard for me to defend the idea that perhaps the grouting and the base plate, this stuff is not put together well, right? We can see how this is openly rocking back and forth, but having this level of a visual aid for both the customer and the service provider, anybody, this makes what we're seeing in the vibration data that much easier. So I don't necessarily suspect we will take things to the high speed camera angle with just right cross bearing phase. But the idea is what we want to do is get closer and closer, how we can make this a visual thing for our customers as well. So we're using it first as a diagnostic tool on our end, but maybe in the future, how we could use this as a diagnostic tool visually for the customer. So on top of those things, like I mentioned, right now, we just have this data coming into our platform. We're letting the analysts essentially use this once they're seeing things like developing vibration concern. But in the future, we want to be able to tie this to our algorithms as well. We have lots of algorithms, being able to look for massive phase shifts at the same time as the vibration readings, being able to point the VA to those directly, help us troubleshoot those detections even further. The second option here, like I mentioned, there is ODS. This is a real thing. But the idea, somebody like a Dan Ombre from Full Spectrum Diagnostics, he mentioned about 10 years ago, envisioning for the remote application, even if we only have 4 bearings that have this phase, being able to show live animations of the platform. This is my dream here in the future. And this last one I would say is really optimistic is how we can look at balancing, right? So one of the key tools a phase is used for in the real world is for basic balancing applications of things like fans. So again, we're going to look into the possibility of doing this as well.